Alright. Hello, good afternoon, everyone. So, for the next 3 or 4 lectures, I'm going to take your part of highway and tunnel engineering. We are going to discuss a lot many things which are possible in this particular 3 to 4 lectures, whichever I am getting, and definitely you will get benefited with this particular lectures, and you will get new things about the pavement engineering. So please ask your friends, tell your friends to join immediately so that without further delay, we are going to start our lecture. Still, we are having 1 to 2 minutes. So if they join fast, then we can start our lecture immediately without any further delay. I think total strength is 130, around 30-40 students are there. Just 28. Please tell your friends to join immediately. Okay, 48 participants are there right now. Okay, so once again, I request you, everyone, to tell your friends to join immediately, so that without any further delay, we are going to start our lecture. So I will give 1 minute for this, then we'll definitely start our lecture. You are, okay, chalo, we'll start our lecture. So before starting the lecture, I just want to give some instructions to you. If you find any difficulty, if you are having any queries, you can raise your hand and you can put it in your chat box. So whatever the doubts related to the topic, you can put it in the chat box. Everyone, please ask me different difficulties which are associated with this particular lecture, so that I can resolve each and every query. So without making any further delay, let's begin with the topic. I have taken the new topic for you for this particular lecture, that is pavements, introduction to pavements and pavement material. Now, actually, what is meant by the word pavement? You are going to learn the subject highway and tunnel engineering, correct? So highway is nothing but, what is highway? Highway is nothing but any kind of a pavement. It may be a rigid pavement, it may be a flexible pavement, or it may be a composite pavement. Composite is nothing but the combination of both rigid and flexible pavement. Okay. So at first, one should understand what is meant by the word pavement. What is meant by the word pavement? Pavement is nothing but that structure which we have built, or a structure which can resist a wheel load which is coming on it, and it will going to transfer that wheel load म्हणजे चाकां थ्रू आलेला संपूर्ण गाडीचा. I can speak in Marathi words also, so that you will get very easily. So pavement is nothing but that structure which is going to resist, which is going to sustain the wheel load which is coming on it, and it will go, definitely going to transfer that wheel load to the different layers of that particular structure. So whatever the different layers which are formed together and that particular structure, we called it as a pavement in simple words. So once again, I'm going to repeat this definition. Pavement is nothing but that structure which is going to resist the wheel load which is coming on it, and it will transfer that wheel load through the different layers of that particular structure. And how the structure is going to be formed? It is going to be formed with the different materials, with the different layers. And that structure we called it as a pavement. Okay. So basically, we are having three main categories of the pavement. The first category, we called it as a flexible pavement, and the second category, we called it as a rigid pavement, and the third category we are going to deal, nowadays it is being introduced, it is called as the composite pavements. Okay, composite pavements. So, what is flexible pavement? What are the materials which are required? What is rigid pavement? What are the materials that is to be required? What is composite pavement? What are the materials to be required? Or what are the other parameters which are associated with that particular pavement? We are going to learn. I think in the previous lecture, man has taught you the geometric design elements of that particular pavement, correct? Like a camber, what is the shoulder, what is the median, what is a driveway, what is bus bay, then what is edge marking, what is barriers. So I think in the previous lecture, you have gone through with this particular we called it as geometric elements for that particular pavement. Your camber, your shoulder, curve, your median, all these are nothing but the geometrical elements for that particular pavement. Now we are going to discuss it, the pavements in detail, whatever the time that we are having. So before proceeding, uh, do you know how much road length India is having presently? How much road length India is having presently? What is our target for the that is been dream set up by our ex-prime minister, that is APJ Abdul Kalam sir, Vision 2020 and Vision 2025 now we are dealing with. So the total road length which is available now, it has been there, it is more than 53 lakh kilometers. This is the current digits that we are having. Now, in the book, you taught maybe up to 2001 in the first road, in the third road development plan, sir, we are having 32 lakhs of road kilometer, road length. Correct? That is the part that is dealing in our 2001 third road development plan. But every 20 years, we are, and in every 5 years, we are having the road development plans. And as per the current status in 2019-20, that is now this is 2020 is going on, India has constructed more than 53 lakh kilometers of the road length. Okay, more than 53 lakh kilometers of the road length, and we are at the second position as far as the road length is considered in the whole world. Whatever the 108 or 10 countries we are having, out of which India is at the second position as far as the fourth position as far as the our road network is considered. Okay, so we are having a good road connectivity. Now there are different schemes which are run by the Pradhan Mantri. It may be Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. It may be NHI program run by NHDP, that is National Highway Development Program. Then Rural Development Program, through across which all the villages are get connected with a rigid pavement. In every village now you are going to find rigid pavement. Correct? So that is comes under Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, or that comes under Rural Development Scheme also. So we are having around 53 lakh kilometers. These are the current status, and there are dream projects which are presently going on. Now, what are the dream projects which are currently going on? The dream projects are nothing but our golden quadrilateral, formation of the golden quadrilateral, that is connecting four metro cities of the India: Mumbai at the west, Delhi at the north, then Chennai at the south, and Kolkata at the east. Sorry. So Mumbai, Delhi, Chennai, Kolkata. That corridor we have prepared. That is been completed. That is the first scheme run by our government of India. Now the second scheme is nothing but our Bharatmala Dream Project. Now presently we are working on this Bharatmala project. Okay, that Bharatmala project is totally running through all over India, and it will going to cover more than 18 districts of our Maharashtra state. So that is proud moment for us. Anyone is having any doubt? You can put it in the chat box. Nikhil Dortale, you can interrupt me in between if you are having any doubt. Yes, Nikhil, you can ask me the question. You can interrupt me. You can ask me the questions. Hello, or you can put it in the chat box also. No problem. Please put it in the chat box. Okay. Okay, it is by mistake. Chalo. So where we at? that Bharatmala project. So around 18 districts, around, not I'm telling you the exact digit, but around 18 districts of Maharashtra state will get benefited with that particular Bharatmala project. Now this is again the dream project of our present Minister of Road and Transport, Honorable Mr. Nitinji Gadkari sir, and he is considered as the bridgeman of India. Okay, why I'm going to tell you, because up to 2000 and up to 2009, it may be around 2009-10, our road density, that is per day road density of India, is just around 15 to 20 kilometer per day. Road density means what? We are going to construct a road of just 20 kilometer in a single day. Okay, of just 15 to 20 kilometer in a single day. But the present scenario 2020 status tells us we have increased the construction of that is road density of the construction of the road network, that is up to 40. More than 25, more than 30 kilometers of the road construction, we can going to construct that road in a single day. So all credit goes to that, goes to the honorable minister. That is MORTH minister. I am saying in our transportation language, MORTH stands for MORTH. MORTH. MORTH stands for Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. This is the central government agency which will control, which will run, which will plan, which will design all the national projects which are of the government of India. Okay, and this is the main agency which will keep controlling on all the activities, that is road construction activities, which are going to happen in our India, North. Okay, now whatever the road construction which is going to happen in India, these roads constructions are always done, these are always designed with respect to the specifications which are given by the MORTH. Okay, now how it has been there, I will just tell you the example. Now you are presently you are learning DOS subject, barabar hai? Design of steel structure you are using, correct hai? For the design of steel structure, what you are using, you are using IS 800 2007 and IS 875, 4 parts. That part is required afterwards, but presently for the classification of section and introductory part of the steel design, I think you are learning, you are using IS 800 2007 along with the steel table, correct? That is for the classification of channel, section, whatever it may be. Okay, likewise, our for the road construction, we are having specifications which are given by the Ministry of Road Transport and Highways, and we are using only that specifications for our road construction. Okay, so that specifications includes what kind of material will be required for which category of the road. Suppose I am using flexible pavement, so for the flexible pavement, what will be my coarse aggregate size? It is definitely different for different structure, because our temperature conditions, environmental conditions, site conditions are going to vary with respect to region to region. Okay, if you feel I'm going a little bit fast, you can put it in the chat box also. And once again, I'm reminding you, if you are having any doubt, you can ask me freely. You can put it in the chat box and we'll resolve it. Okay, because now you are learning this particular transportation subject. I think ma'am also has taught you that this subject bears maximum weightage in all exams. That exams like your gate examination, in the gate examination around 8 to 9, now it has been somewhat reduced, otherwise previously it was asked for 13 to 15 marks, but now present weightage is around 10 marks, 10 to 11 marks there will be weightage of transportation engineering in your gate examination. And apart from gate, whatever the other competitive exams like your MPSC, UPSC, SSC, other state government exams, central government exams, everywhere you require the knowledge of transportation engineering. And you can build your career in this particular sector if somebody is thoroughly interested in the road construction activities. One more thing that I'm going to share you, definitely, you know, after now you are in third year, so this year and next year, that is after 2 years, you are going to become engineers, correct? You are recognizing yourself as an engineer. So around 90% students have the tendency to move for the building construction. Okay, around 90% I'm asking, I'm telling 90 to 95%. And just few students are interested to build their career in the transportation engineering, that is road construction. But please, I will remind you, your 10 building projects are equivalent to one road project. No, more than 10, I'm saying. Your 10 building projects are equivalent to one road project. बहुत पैसा है road construction में सबसे ज़्यादा. The difficulty is that the bills are not get sanctioned very easily because we know हमने क्या गफला किया था. Somewhere we have the bitumen percent say, sir, for this road I have to use 3 to 5% of bitumen. Okay, as per the my design, I have to use 3 to 5%, but that contractor has used just 2% bitumen. So 1% कशामध्ये जातोय त्याच्या 1% is a huge amount because road projects are not in just rupees, in 1,000 rupees again. These are in lakhs, so it's in crore lakhs. Okay, I can give you the example. Our Mumbai Nagpur Samruddhi Mahamarga Yojana, that is the dream project of our state government, Maharashtra, connecting Mumbai to Nagpur. Now the span is total 700 kilometers. Total 700 kilometers, and the project cost for that particular project is 46,000 crores. How much? 46,000 crores. You can imagine what amount, how much amount they have invested, and more than 80% of the land is being acquired for that particular project. ओके, जी जमीन अधिग्रहण जी करावी लागत असते, एखाद्या रोड कन्स्ट्रक्शन करायचं असेल तर तुम्हाला एखाद्या शेतकऱ्याच्या जमिनीतून ती जमीन रस्ता जात असतो. ठीक आहे, मग ती जमीन अधिग्रहित करावी लागते. मुद्दाम हा पार्ट मराठीत सांगतो बेटर एक्सप्लेनेशन साठी. तर एक लक्षात घ्या, आपल्याकडे एक भूसंपादन कायदा आहे की जो मागच्या ज्यावेळेस जे सरकार होतं 15 to 19, यावेळेस त्यांनी थोडासा त्या कायद्यामध्ये बदल केला. कारण बऱ्याच लोकांचा ह्या समृद्धी महामार्ग योजना किंवा इतर काही जे योजना होत्या त्याला थोडासा विरोध होता. ठीक आहे, आणि शेतातून जमीन जाते म्हणजे आपली जमीन बळकावली जाते असं बिलकुल नाही. यू विल गेट अ रिन्युमरेशन फॉर दॅट पर्टिक्युलर व्हॉट एव्हर द लँड विच इज बीन देअर. तुमची जी काही जागा जाते त्या जागेच्या बदल्यात तुम्हाला चिक्कार पैसा मिळतो. तुम्ही चिक्कार हा शब्द वापरलाय. यू विल गेट प्लेंटी अमाउंट ऑफ मनी. ओके, सो मोर दॅन 80% ऑफ लँड हा ड्रीम प्रोजेक्ट मध्ये मोर दॅन 21 कंपनीज हॅव फेल्ड द टेंडर. जवळपास 21 कंपन्यांनी टेंडर भरले, विच इन्क्लूड्स L&T, द टॉप मोस्ट कन्स्ट्रक्शन कंपनीज इन इंडिया, SCC, हिंदुस्तान कंस्ट्रक्शन कंपनी, IRB, Ideal Road Builders, Gammon India, the second top most company in India, then Afcons, millions of, there are thousands of companies have filled, but top 21 we are going to consider, that is Reliance is one of them, then our Shapoorji Pallonji, BG Shirke Group, different companies have filled, and government has acquired more than 80% of land. One more thing I am going to share with you. जर तुम्हाला रोड कन्स्ट्रक्शन करायचं असेल तर तुम्हाला जमीन किती % अधिग्रहित करावी लागते, म्हणजे शेत जमीन शेतकऱ्यांची. जर तुमचा रोड हा रुरल एरियातून जात असेल तर कमीत कमी 80% जमीन ही संपादित झालीच पाहिजे. ठीक आहे, म्हणजे शेतकऱ्यांसोबत तुम्हाला सेटलमेंट करावी लागते की बाबा तुमच्या शेतातून हा रस्ता जाणार आहे, इन फ्युचर हा प्रोजेक्ट आहे आमचा. ठीक आहे, एवढी तुमची जागा जाणार आहे, या जागेच्या बदल्यात तुम्हाला आम्ही इतके पैसे देतो. सो इन द रुरल एरियाज मिनिमम 80% लँड अक्वायर झाली पाहिजे. मला लँड ॲक्विजिशन म्हणतात, म्हणजे जमीन अधिग्रहण करणे. शेतकऱ्याची जमीन सरकारच्या ताब्यात घेतली जाते, त्या बदल्यात शेतकऱ्यांना मोबदला दिला जातो तितका. ठीक आहे, रेल्वेसाठी सुद्धा सेम रूल आहे. सो 80% लँड शुड गेट अक्वायर्ड इफ इट इज इन रुरल एरिया. इफ इट इज इन अर्बन एरिया मोर दॅन 75% ऑफ द लँड शुड गेट अक्वायर्ड. जर तुमची जमीन अधिग्रहित झाली नाही सरकारने जर केली नाही, then you can't start your project. You may be a private contractor, you may be a government contractor, it may be a government agency, but land acquisition rule says that land acquisition म्हणजे भूसंपादन कायदा, it has been revised in 2013. Okay, and that says at least 80% of the land should get acquired, then you can start the project. Okay, so we are having this one project that is Mumbai Nagpur Samruddhi Mahamarga Yojana. Now, one speciality of this particular project is lane width. We are going to follow the international standard lane width. आता आपण आता जी सध्या रस्त्याची जी रुंदी तुम्ही बघताय ती 10 मीटर, 20 मीटर, 50 मीटर, 60 मीटर पर्यंत बघितलेली आहे. म्हणजे 6 लेन, 8 लेन किंवा 10 लेन जे रस्ते आहेत. But for the Mumbai Nagpur Samruddhi Mahamarga Yojana, they are going to adopt standard lane dimensions, that is 120 meter road width is there. You just imagine 120 मीटर रुंदी आहे त्या रस्त्याची. ओके, मग 120 मीटर मध्ये काय पूर्ण रस्ताच बांधणार आहेत का? नो. There are many facilities like electronic toll collection, toll booth, emergency call boxes, all that they are going to provide. Okay, so I just want to do some basic about the current road scenario. Again, I am going to share. Otherwise, तुम्ही म्हणताल सर तुम्ही ते introductory part सांगताय, additional part सांगताय. If you are having any doubt again in this, you can raise your hand and you can put it in the chat box. Otherwise, you can ask me question. I will give you 1 minute for that also. If anybody is having question, Snehal Borade, Redna Jadhav, Mandar Misal, Prashant Mali. Any questions related to this? Any doubts? Any additional information? Shreyash, you can unmute and you can talk, huh? A division from B division, anyone? Hanuman Jadhav, I can see, yes. Hanumant?
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Going well?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, chalo. So, let's come to the point. I have plenty of material to share with you. Otherwise, our lecture will be of different discussion part of this. That is technical part we are just discussing. But why I am going to remind you such things? Because everyone is having the book knowledge. Everyone is going to take Justo and Khanna book and they are going to read everything. I know. And you are going to learn everything also. But my tendency and my approach is that you should get familiar with the current scenarios. You should have the updated knowledge with you. What is there in road construction nowadays in India? Definitely in my next lecture, I will tell you all the recent developments which are going to happen in the India right now, presently. Okay, with some digits also. That is some what will be the road length and how much amount they have invested and all that. Right now also I am having, but we don't have that much time for today's lecture at least. So flexible pavement, rigid pavement and composite pavements. These are the three types that we are going to deal with. So flexible pavement, generally, if you are going to consider the cost of construction, a single flexible pavement of 1 kilometer will require around 40 lakhs. Not exactly I'm telling the digits, but around 40 lakh rupees we require to construct a road of 1 kilometer. How much? 40 lakh rupees. Okay, for 1 kilometer. And our rigid pavement will require around 60 lakh rupees for construction of single kilometer of the road. Single kilometer I'm talking about. Okay, so see how much amount that we have to invest, how much money that we are getting. ठीक आहे, त्यामुळे रोड कन्स्ट्रक्शन किंवा रोड जे बिल्डर्स असतात ना, रोड बिल्डर्सची जी काम करतात, रोड कॉन्ट्रॅक्टर्स, खूप पैसा आहे, चिकार पैसा आहे. फक्त काय बिल लवकर सँक्शन होत नाही, हा त्याचा प्रॉब्लेम आहे. सँक्शन का होत नाही, परत एकदा सांगतो मी, आय थिंक यापूर्वी पण सांगितलेलं आहे. आपण ज्या फील्ड मध्ये आहोत त्या फील्डला सिव्हिल असं म्हटलं जातं, which has the spelling as CIVIL. That is, creation is very important in life. But nowadays the scenario, last 10 years, 20 years, the scenario is completely changed and it is been shifted as corruption is very important in life. The meaning is same, but still our approach is different. Okay, 50 तोला सबको चाहिए, 2-4 साल में मिल जाता है रोड कंस्ट्रक्शन, बिल्डिंग कंस्ट्रक्शन में. डोंट वरी, ठीक है. आपण whatever the packages that you are going to hear about, no sir, computer bank विद्यार्थी 8 lakh package भेटलाय, don't worry, just wait for 1 or 2 years. You will get more than that in one project, single project of 6 months also. Just what you require technically knowledge, technically sound. You should have the good management skill and you should have the good marketing skill. The three best qualities that required by a civil engineer. Okay, please remember, you should be technically sound at first. you should have a good management skill, कारण साईट वरती काय सुज्ञ लोक भेटतातच नाही. ठीक आहे, we are having varieties of the people which will communicate with you. It may be unskilled labor, these are skilled laborers, these are your seniors, juniors, every category of the people you are going to communicate with. Okay, so management skill you require, काम कसं करून घेता येणार आहे, and you require marketing skill. Okay, marketing, that means you have done a very nice project but your marketing is very poor. Does any customer will approach you? No customer will approach you, he is not going to tell anything. Okay, you have to do the marketing for your project, you have to sell that particular project. Okay, so marketing is also nowadays mandatory quality for the civil engineers, because we are product developers, we are developing the houses, homes. This may be for economically backward class, this may be for the rich class, we call them as. Okay, so for whomsoever you are going to construct, please adopt the marketing skills. What is the specialty of your project, so that 10 जणांचे प्रोजेक्ट चालू आहेत पण तुमच्या प्रोजेक्ट सगळ्यात आधी सगळीकडे बुकिंग झालेली आहे, तुमच्या प्रोजेक्ट मध्ये असं खासियत काय, you need to identify that and you need to create that. Okay, and in this particular 2 years you will definitely have that tendency and adaptability to grab the new things. That is my trust and that is my belief for you. So flexible payment, as I discussed, we require around 40 lakh rupees per kilometer, and for the rigid payment we require around 60 lakh rupees per kilometer for the construction. And for the composite it is again around 60 lakh rupees, because we are using two materials combined. Okay, so actually what is the flexible payment and what is the rigid payment? So flexible payment, just see the definition which has been there. The payment in which the total payment structure bends, see the word. What is the title? Flexible payment. Flexible. What definition we are going to indicate? The payment in which the total payment structure bends or deflates under the traffic load are called as flexible payments. That means we are going to use the bitumen. As you know, flexible payment is composed of bitumen and other coarse materials, and rigid payment is nothing but a concrete payment, where you are going to use concrete material, concrete. Okay, so as you know, most of the roads previously up to 2010 or before that, we are having the more than 70 to 80% of the roads built across India are of flexible pavements. Okay, but now the scenario is completely changed. We are always giving first preference to the rigid pavement. Why this is so? This is because though construction cost of rigid pavement is more than the flexible pavement, but the durability of rigid pavement is more than flexible pavements. Now, what is the durability? Durability is nothing but the sustainable time. तुम्ही रोड बांधलाय तो किती वर्ष चांगला राहायला पाहिजे. सो फ्लेक्सिबल पेमेंट इज हॅव्हिंग द डिझाईन लाईफ, ज्या किती वर्षापर्यंत तो राहायला पाहिजे त्याला म्हटलं जातं डिझाईन लाईफ. किती वर्षासाठी तुम्ही तुमचा रस्ता हा चांगला ठेवणार आहात किंवा असला पाहिजे तो. So design life of flexible pavement is 10 to 12 years. Please get that digit in your mind. Design life of flexible pavement is 10 to 12 years, while the design life of rigid pavement is more than 20 years. Now you tell me whether our roads are going to sustain a span of 10 to 12 months. Forget about years. आपले रस्ते 10 ते 12 महिने तरी टिकतात का नवीन बांधलेले? हा, where national projects are there, where quality material is there, you will get the quality, you will get the durability. But if you are going to see the picture in our colony, in our city, in anywhere, see the quality of the roads. And now this scenario is again changed by our honorable minister Nitin Gadkari. If you don't have the quality, definitely you will get blacklisted from that particular list, and the blacklisted companies never get a single work. ओके, तुमच्या कामाचा दर्जा बघून तुम्हाला कामं दिली जातात. लक्षात ठेवा, 10 ते 12 वर्ष आपल्या डांबरी रस्त्याची लाईफ असते. आपल्याकडे 10 ते 12 महिने हार्डली चालतात रस्ते. तिथून पुढे त्याला क्रॅकिंग जाते, रटिंग होतंय, त्याला कुठेतरी बगदाड पडतात, खड्डे पडतात, बरंच काय काय होतं. ठीक आहे, आणि एक पाऊस आला, आपल्याकडे टेंडन्सी ही पण अजून मला कळत नाही कधी कधी मे मध्ये फुल कन्स्ट्रक्शन जोरात चालू असतं, आणि एक पाऊस झाला की नंतर रोडची ती परिस्थिती बघायची असते, गडीन डांबर सगळं बाजूला दिसतं तुम्हाला. अशी सिनेरिओ आहेत, अजूनही आहेत. ठीक आहे, दिस पार्ट इन्व्हॉल्व्स करप्शन ओनली. Okay, we are not going to discuss more about that. So flexible payment is that payment which or is that structure which bends or deflects under the traffic load. So when the wheel of any particular vehicle will ply on the road, when a wheel of a vehicle will ply on the road, that particular road structure will get bent or it will get deflects. Why? Because bitumen is there, bitumen is stretchable, rubber like material we are having. Na? So there is bending or the deflection. I think you have studied this in the part of song. Sagging bending moment and hogging bending moment. Okay. So hogging bending moment is there. Down in the downward direction, we are having the bending moment. In pictures, you will get a good idea. So the payment which deflects is our flexible payment. So flexible payment is composed of the several layers which can accommodate this particular flexing. Usually such payments are constructed of bituminous and granular material. Okay. So what are the different types of the flexible payment? आपल्याला फक्त डांबरी रस्ता माहिती आहे, but again in the flexible payment we are having three different categories of the flexible payment. The first category of the flexible payment we called it as conventional flexible payment. The second category of the flexible payment we called it as inverted payment or inverted base payment, and third category we called it as a full depth asphalt payment. Okay. So सी द कन्व्हेन्शनल, सध्याची जी रस्ते आहेत ना, हे याला म्हटलं जातं कन्व्हेन्शनल फ्लेक्झिबल पेमेंट, सध्याची डांबरी रस्ता. ठीक आहे. व्हॉट यू आर गोइंग टू सी इन दिस पर्टिक्युलर पिक्चर, फर्स्ट लेअर इज ऑफ युअर सबग्रेड. ओके, ऑलवेज रिमेंबर in your flexible payment our first layer is your natural subgrade and second layer is your artificial, that is compacted subgrade. सबग्रेड म्हणजे काय, जी काय तुम्ही सॉइल एक्सकॅव्हेट करताय ती नॅचरली जी काय अवेलेबल सॉइल आहे, जी काय डेप्थ असेल. जनरली रोडची डेप्थ किती असते रे, एक जनरल मध्ये मी सांगतो, प्लीज लिसन द डिजिट्स केअरफुली. सबग्रेड डेप्थ अराउंड 500 mm, 250 to 500 mm, 500 ऍटलिस्ट. ठीक आहे. सब बेस कोर्स 250 to 300, 10 इंचाचा सब बेस कोर्स आहे. बेस कोर्स अगेन 150 to 200, 6 ते 8 इंचाचा बेस कोर्स आहे. बाइंडर कोर्स 6 to 4 inches. ओके, दॅट इज 100 to 150 mm. आपल्याला इंच मध्येच बोलावं लागतं म्हणून मी सांगतो तुम्हाला. आय थिंक यू नो द कन्व्हर्जन्स बेटर. ओके, 1 inch मीन्स हाऊ मच mm, 25 mm. 1 inch म्हणजे आपला घरातला स्लॅब हा 4 इंचाचा असतो, म्हणजे 100 mm थिकनेस असतो त्याचा. 6 इंच म्हणजे 150 mm. ठीक आहे. सो बाइंडर कोर्स थिकनेस इज अबाउट 4 to 6 inches. Then your surfacing, that is seal coat, top coat, we called it as, and it is just of 1 or 2 inches. Okay, it may be 1 or it may be 2 inches. ठीक आहे. Now along with this बघा टोटल लेंथ किती होती माझी, 25 mm, then 50 mm. ठीक आहे, 75 mm झाली. इथे तुम्ही 150 mm करताय. ठीक आहे, किंवा 175 mm घ्या, 250 mm झालाय. हा 250, 250 आणि 250, 500, 500 आणि खाली सबग्रेड तुमचा 250 ते 500 मध्ये, सपोज 500 झाला म्हणजे 1 मीटर टोटल 1000 mm, 1 मीटर डेप्थ खाली जातोय तुमचा. ठीक आहे, हा एक जनरल आय एम टेलिंग. सी वन मोर थिंग, वन इम्पॉर्टंट थिंग, इफ द मीटिंग एंड्स, लेक्चर जर संपलंय, युझिंग द सेम लिंक प्लीज रिजॉइन इमिजिएटली, बिकॉज वी आर जस्ट हॅव्हिंग 17 seconds इन आवर हँड. ही मीटिंग कन्क्लूड होईल, 40 मिनिटाचं हे लेक्चर असतंय. परत याच लिंक वरती क्लिक करून व्हॉट्सअप वरती आणि लगेच रिजॉइन व्हा, आपण हाच पार्ट कंटिन्यू करूया डिस्कशन मध्ये. ओके,